Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, Positivity with Geeta Iyengar. Have you ever seen anybody stealing in front of you? And have you felt any time bad if you have stolen something? Yes, today we are going to discuss what it is to steal. In psychological terms, we call it kleptomaniacs. Short term, we say, oh my God, beware, she or he is a klepto. Today we are going to analyze what is it that makes a person a klepto. Why is the person stealing? Many a times I have observed in shops where it's crowded and lot of people are there, then this person will ask them to take out, for example, it's a cosmetic shop, then ask, show me 10 lipsticks, show me 10 clips, show me 10 nail polishes, and without the knowledge, 4 or 5 she would have put it in her handbag and without any sense of guilt. And if you happen to watch that, you are shocked. Why? Because is this a done thing? How can the person do this? Because this is one act. It is stealing, no doubt, but here the person who steals doesn't feel guilt at that moment. It is a momentary instinct to just take that thing away and put it in your bag. Most of the kleptos, we are talking about this kind of urge among people who try to steal things which they don't need. So, we can say that it is a psychological disorder. Something happens to them at that time. They want to have that thing just for the sake of stealing it, they steal. It's not because they need it, there is no urge for it, they are not deprived of it. But psychologically, if you analyze that person, sometimes in their childhood, maybe they were deprived of certain things, or they are depressed for certain things, or there must be some kind of a psychological disorder in them which makes them take this stand, take this action of theirs, which they very well know that it is not appreciated. But the thing is, we have never heard any kleptos being jailed or anybody given life sentence or being punished for that matter. We just make fun of it. Many a times I have seen, or you must have come across people who are without even their knowledge, if there are pens on the table, suddenly they'll put it in their pocket without realizing. This action is there without realizing, there's no intention, but this urge is there. They know that it is wrong. They know, they feel guilty later on. But at that time, they just have the urge to take that thing, to possess that thing. Whether they need it or not is a secondary question. So this happens, and therefore we are analyzing what goes through in their mind for doing it. We have come across many movies have been made where we have seen the character who likes purple, the character who likes to steal, and they say she is bad. But she doesn't feel that way at all. She is a very nice person, socializes with everybody, she is very friendly, she is full of norms, she knows what is right, she knows what is wrong, and yet when she goes to a shop, she cannot resist. Now, of course, people are trying, the parents, when they come to know whether the children have this, because many times people ask this question, when does this kleptomaniac system starts, or this kind of tendency starts? It may start in the childhood, it may in adolescence, and many times you feel guilty when in your late 30s or late 40s, in your late adulthood. At that time you feel, oh my God, I should stop doing this. And you can't help it. When you ask them, why did you do it? They have no answer to it. And you will find in here around anywhere you see many people are there who are very nice people, very kind people, very generous, but they cannot help this action. So it is definitely a psychological disorder which has to be addressed. And we have seen that such punishment you cannot give. So the parents have to somehow inculcate values, tell their children that what you're doing is wrong. Don't do it. You have to, and it is very difficult because there is no specific therapy is there which has able to solve this issue. It is like so many other psychological issues there is, but here they say you can give medicines to them, but we have so far we have not found anything. The only thing we can do is social therapy, where you have to time and again you have to observe your child and tell them don't do it, and as they grow, as they become adults, they have to self-educate themselves. They have to develop and inculcate what is called a self-therapy. You have to go on telling yourself, I'm not going to steal, I'm not going to rob. This is one thing. There is another kind of kleptophobia, where you're afraid that somebody is going to steal your things. Just like kleptomaniac who's stealing, you have another person who always fears that somebody will steal my things, somebody will rob my house. So you will see in their houses the doors tightly locked. I still remember traveling in the train, my grandmother would lock her suitcase and then she would keep in front of her, and the whole night she would not sleep. She was afraid that somebody would take her bag. We are so afraid. We are very careful that somebody will steal your ticket, or your passport, your checkbook, your money, and so on. This is normal in most of the cases, but overprotection is also the opposite of kleptomaniac, that is kleptophobia. Many people, researchers, have gone ahead and searched, they have found this among the animals. If you look at the bear, macaw, which steals the crab, wolves, coyotes, and different kind, even the owl, these have this tendency which is natural because that is their survival instinct, that is their survival mechanism. We don't need that, but yet we depend on that, and yet we cultivate it in us. But if you really analyze, there is no question of cultivating. This is what many people say. It just happens. I have seen very known people next to me would have gone to a curio shop and just would have taken the tent. As soon as she saw something beautiful, she wants to own it. Not that she has any craving for it. After that, she would gift it to somebody. But they have this tendency, they have this habit, but nothing can be done about it. So they are helpless situations. But you can treat kleptophobias, and at the same, you can treat them to some extent, but there is no cure for it. Similarly, there is not such known cure for kleptomaniacs, but still, according to our normative law, stealing is bad. Stealing is against law. Stealing is punishable. And you find nowadays they make a lot of stories and novels and movies to show that this is wrong. For example, if you allow these kleptos and to allow them to practice and propagate their practice, it may lead to shoplifting. Now that shoplifting has happened with famous personalities, filthy rich. They have not been deprived of anything, and yet they indulge in this. So it is definitely a psychological disorder which has to be addressed by the person himself. Maybe there are many more cases, but we're just saying in generally you must have come across. So look around, see yourself. Do you have that klepto thing? Or if your friend or your siblings or anybody has, please them, help them out, make them conscious that what they're doing is wrong. So thank you, friends, for listening to this aspect of psychological disorder, which is commonly we call them as kleptos. They are not bad people. They're good people just like us, but they cannot help stealing. They cannot help taking things. It's an urge, and see whatever way you can to help them and come out of this phobia or come out of this syndrome. So thank you once again for listening to me. We'll come back again with another topic, with another disorder or another issue. So do comment, ring the bell icon. Bye till then. Take care.